What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Les Alex here for Impact Gaming Center. We are live and in living color here on a Friday night. Hopefully everybody is doing all right. And we've got Chris on Temur Prowess against Lincoln on Eldrazi Tron. Round one, so obviously both these players are 0-0. But yeah, this is going to be a pretty fun matchup. Chris has a pretty awesome deck. Getting off of Eldrazi Tron for the night to play this pretty sick deck. And then, of course, Lincoln, who is no stranger to the feature match area here at Impact, has, well, that's a pretty darn good play. Chalice's Void on one, but he's going to play Eldrazi Tron.
Dude, this is a unspicy list. There's nothing special about this list.
This is going to be a pretty fun one. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. If you're watching on twitch.tv/Impact Gaming Center, thank you all so much, y'all, the real MVPs. If you're watching, though, after the fact on YouTube, y'all are pretty dope, too. Thank you all so much for joining us. Hit up impactgamingcenter.gg for all of your Magic the Gathering, TCG, and other tabletop gaming needs. If you are in the market for some modern staples, we have probably all of them, to be honest. At least a good majority of them. Check it out. Here's a Slick Shot Show-Off, which is, I believe, being plotted. Lincoln plays Eldrazi Temple and passes back. And down to 18 goes Lincoln. Another plotted Slick Shot. So next turn might be a pretty big turn. We shall see. Ring to rule them all. And Lincoln going to immediately activate. Wish for our Karn's gonna wish. And what are we gonna find? An engineered explosives, maybe? Pretty good turn. One ring into Karn. That's gonna be a walking ballista. Back to Chris. All right. Yeah, this Chalice on one's really good here because we see mutagenic growth, monstrous, two mutagenic growths, it looks like, in a monstrous rage. Plot another Slick Shot. Wow. Have a full house of Slick Shot Show-Offs. And mutagenic growths in hand. Lincoln's going to draw two after he took the one. Lincoln's got to find a way, though, to deal with these Slick Shots. Two, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8 for 9, 10. Ballista on 5. So dumping all the mana in the world into this walking ballista. And Karn's gonna wish again. When you wish upon a Karn, you find a worm coil engine, apparently. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining us tonight. We are streaming as we do each and every single Friday night here at Impact. We've got 20 modern players tonight, so that is, of course, 4 rounds of Swiss action. We'll probably, depending on how things break, have 2 undefeateds tonight. All right, Chris getting into the red zone. All right, Ballista gonna block Soulscar Mage. So Chris.
I'm going to remove 2 and shoot 1 instead.
Oh, is Lincoln forgetting about the chalice? Chris is chalice checking here, which is not illegal. Lincoln has to say whether it resolves or not.
Yeah, we're still before. Yes, we're over damage.
So they are after blocks before damage.
What I was trying to point out, because I would love that if someone pointed this out to me every time, is that got counted or should have.
Thank you.
No worries.
It's still triggered. Target not counted. Thank you.
All right, so Chris has reminded Lincoln of the counter from Chalice of the Void. This is a new deck for Lincoln, first time playing it at FNM, so be kind in the comments. What's up, River of Tears? How y'all doing? How you doing?
We have 4 spells.
Chalice of the Void, definitely a card, even if you play it regularly, people forget the trigger. Down to 8 goes Lincoln. Take 2 off of the 1 ring. Down to 6.
Oh, wait. What's up? What was your life total before?
17.
Yeah.
You're good, you're good. Another temple.
What does Lincoln have cooking here? I see Devourer of Destinies. It's a pretty good one.
We're going to do Devour for 7, targeting Slick Shot at the cast.
Slick Shot gonna get got.
We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Gets exiled.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Lincoln gonna draw some cards.
6, and we're going to say,
Wormcoil Machine inbound.
and I'm going to go ahead and pass.
And that is gonna be pretty big. That might be just too good for Chris to be able to get past. We'll see, especially with this Chalice on 1. Lincoln asking me play Underworld Breach. Lincoln saying something to the effect of, how am I going to play this deck and miss Chalice triggers? It happens to the best of us, Lincoln.
6 and 11.
All right, yeah, Chris going to scoop it up. Lincoln is going to hang on for dear life and get the W here. So very nicely played. And we will cut it to the booth. Just kidding. Let's go to this one first, as I try and figure that out. But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out with us. Again, we are a obviously decent sized brick and mortar store. In the fabulous Fairview Heights, Illinois. Alrighty, here we go. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining us tonight. We've got 3 more rounds after this one, so if you're watching on Twitch, don't go anywhere. Let me get that out of the way. Look at that. We got the power to go all over the room. All over the room. But yeah, let's take a look at this camera here.
I'm building
As we do.
decks right now that are any good.
Look at this. This is what we call the impact zone. Kind of the Titantron feature match area. Got a ton of players playing some Commander here.
Which I feel dirty playing.
And this is only about half of our play space. So yeah, if you're in the St. Louis area, come on out. We'd love to game with you. But yeah, we are having a great time. We've got a ton of people in the building tonight. For not only Modern, we got 20, and then I would say probably about 50 or so playing Commander tonight. Just having a great night and a great time playing the best card game on the planet. All righty. Looks like Chris says he'll try it. 17. So a fetch and a shock. And we've got an otter. Unblockable otter.
No response.
The elusive otter.
Trigger imprint. Devour's going under. Yeah, go ahead.
Here's that elusive otter for you folks. Slick Shot's going to enter the battlefield. Preordain both of these little critters, Prowess on the otter and Slick Shot's triggered ability. Chris already off to a better start this game than last, I think. Having infinite Slick Shots is good, but man, that Chalice of the Void on one was really rough for Chris. Woody Footy. And that's going to drop it. Lincoln down to 14, going to be all things equal. But not for long. Plot, Slick Shot, Show Off. And on the end step, Lincoln is going to have a play here. Kozilek's command.
Modes and choosing is exile, target creature main value extra less, and make 2 spawns. So 2 spawns and exile.
Make 2 spawns and exile the Slick Shot. Pretty good. All right. Lincoln draws.
I am going to Chalice on 1.
And there's that pesky Chalice on 1 again. There is the Tower of Power. 4 and Chalice on 2. That's so good. Is this elusive otter going to be able to get Chris across the finish line? That's
My meltdown or
kind of becomes what he's going to need here.
14.
Chris asking, what are you at? He didn't cast the slick shot. It would get countered.
Yeah, counter both times.
Down to 11 goes Lincoln. So Chris did cast the Lava Dart and then flashed it back by sacrificing a mountain. But the Void, Chalice of the Void takes care of both copies, but still Prowess does trigger, so 3 damage across. Mycosan's kicked. Stomping Ground going to get blowed up. And Lincoln will search for land. Pretty solid turn. Elusive Otter is essentially unblockable. Like, let's be real. But now Chris just has 1 land. And all of his 1s and 2s are going to get countered. He's in a rough spot. That's a commercial district that will scry, or surveil rather, to the bin. Scalding Tarn. Lincoln draws. Karn gonna enter the battlefield. And we're wishing. What are we wishing for? And yeah. Worm Coil Engine, pretty good one. No blocks. Down to 10 goes Chris. Lincoln said I should have got liquid metal coating. Wait a second. Liquid metal coating would just get countered by Chalice. Yeah, one-sided Chalice would be insane. All right, down to 10 goes Lincoln off the elusive Otter. Worm Coil Machine. And 7 down, or 3 down to 7 for Chris. And Lincoln definitely wins this race. And Chris gonna scoop it up. Yeah, Chalice on 1 and 2 is rough for sure. Chalice on 1 in game 1 was rough as well. There you have it, folks. Match number 1 going to be taken down by Lincoln. He'll improve to 1-0. Chris is going to fall to 0-1. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Make sure if you're watching anywhere, hit up impactgamingcenter.gg. Again, thousands and thousands of Magic the Gathering cards. Check it out. Ton of awesome products over there, sealed product and singles. So check that out. If you're watching on Twitch, though, don't go anywhere. We've got 3 more rounds. So yeah, check us out. Stay tuned. If you're watching on YouTube, hit up Impact Gaming Center over on Twitch. We stream each and every single Friday at 7 p.m. Central, bringing you some modern action. But yeah, thank you everybody, and I will see you either in the next round or the next video, depending on where you're watching. We appreciate you, and I will catch y'all on the flippy flop. Adios.
Yeah, you weren't playing the